In the bustling city of New York, there lived a young woman named Maya. Maya had always been an overachiever. She had graduated at the top of her class from college, landed a high-paying job at a prestigious law firm, and had even been named one of the 30 under 30 inches rising stars in her field. But despite all her success, Maya felt unfulfilled. She knew that there was more to life than just climbing the corporate ladder. One day, Maya stumbled upon a flyer for a charity race that was being held in Central Park. The race was called This Race Called Life, and it was a fundraiser for a local homeless shelter. Maya had never been much of a runner, but something about the race spoke to her. She knew that this was her chance to make a difference and give back to her community. Maya signed up for the race and began training rigorously. She woke up early every morning to run before work, and spent her weekends going on long, grueling runs through the city. She pushed herself harder than she ever had before, and slowly but surely, she began to see progress. As the day of the race drew closer, Maya felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. She knew that the race would be tough, but she was determined to finish no matter what. When the day finally arrived, she stood at the starting line with hundreds of other runners, feeling a sense of camaraderie and shared purpose. The race began, and Maya set off at a steady pace. The first few miles were relatively easy, but as they entered the hilly section of the park, Maya began to feel the burn in her legs. She struggled to keep up with the faster runners, and she could feel her resolve beginning to waver. But then, she saw something that changed everything. Ahead of her, a woman had collapsed on the side of the road. Other runners were passing her by, but no one stopped to help. Without thinking, Maya rushed over to the woman and knelt beside her. The woman was in pain and disoriented, but Maya stayed with her, offering words of encouragement and helping her to her feet. Together, they began to walk the rest of the course, slowly but steadily making their way toward the finish line. Maya had given up any hope of winning the race, but in that moment, she realized that there was something even more important than winning. As they walked, Maya talked to the woman, learning about her life and her struggles. She listened with empathy and kindness, and by the time they crossed the finish line, they had become fast friends. Maya may not have won the race, but she had won something even more valuable, a sense of connection and purpose. From that day on, Maya began to volunteer at the homeless shelter that the race had supported. She spent her weekends serving meals, offering support, and building relationships with the people who came through the doors. And she realized that this was the race called life, not a competition to see who could accumulate the most wealth or prestige, but a journey of connection and compassion. And she knew that she would spend the rest of her life running it with love in her heart.